break free from the diet prison and embrace a life of balanced wellness with us.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of For Who is a Personal Slim Slank Plan Ment. I'm your host, Klaziana Wertz, and I'm so glad to have you here today. I've been super excited about this episode because I have the amazing Alira Thorne joining me. Alira, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Klaziana. I'm thrilled to be part of this conversation and share some insights on creating personalized weight loss journeys.
Fantastic! Last time, we touched on the basics of creating a weight loss mindset, but today, we're going to dig deeper into personalizing your weight loss plan, how to make it work for your unique lifestyle and preferences. And who better to guide us through this than Alira?
Exactly. You know, Klaziana, a lot of people think of weight loss plans as these one-size-fits-all solutions. But that's not how it works. What keeps me passionate about this field is the understanding that every person is different. Their needs, lifestyles, and preferences.
Absolutely, and that's why personalized plans are so important. It's more about tweaking your lifestyle rather than turning it upside down, right?
Precisely. It's about finding what small changes you can make that align with your life. When talking about experimental approaches, I usually tell people to approach it like a detective. You have to find the clues about what works for your body and mind.
I love that metaphor. It's a little less intense than eating spinach for breakfast every day, right? But seriously, experimentation is key. Could you share some examples from your experience where this has made a difference?
Of course. I once worked with someone who thought starting her day with a run would help her lose weight. But she absolutely dreaded it, which made her less motivated overall. So, we tried different things, like yoga or even a dance class, until we found something that she actually enjoyed and looked forward to every morning.
That's such a perfect example. We often force ourselves into routines we think are expected or typically effective, without considering if they're sustainable for us. Finding joy in your routine can be such a game changer.
Definitely. And the sustainability aspect is crucial. Many people give up because they're forcing themselves into something they'll never be consistent with in the long run. Making small tweaks, instead, is less intimidating and often more effective.
Speaking of small tweaks, let's talk about mindset. I always tell people that your mind is probably the heaviest weight you'll ever lift. Alira, from your perspective, how does mindset play into personalized weight loss plans?
Oh, it's absolutely everything. Your mindset determines your approach to challenges and setbacks. If you view every obstacle as a failure, it becomes very hard to maintain your motivation. We need to view setbacks not as failures, but as feedback. It's about being kind to yourself and patient too.
Being kind to ourselves is such a foreign concept to many, isn't it? I remember when I first started on my weight loss journey, I thought I had to beat myself up whenever I made the smallest mistake. It's a recipe for disaster.
Right. And you know, having a negative mindset is practically a guarantee for hitting a wall soon. Instead, reframing how we perceive our progress can make all the difference.
Exactly. And once you change the way you think about the process, it becomes less about deprivation and more about liberation, like freeing yourself from all that unnecessary judgment. Moving on to another critical subject, emotional eating. It's something I know affects many of us. What's your take on addressing those cravings?
Emotional eating is one of the biggest hurdles for many. I like to start by having people identify what's really eating them, so to speak. Because often, cravings are more about emotions than hunger. Once you recognize that, developing non-food coping mechanisms can be transformational.
That makes a lot of sense. For me, a craving is often a sign that I'm tired or stressed. So, when I'm tempted to snack mindlessly, I try taking a break to see how I feel afterward. And guess what? It's often not even about the food.
Yes, exactly. Creating that pause to evaluate what's truly going on can change everything. Plus, empowering ourselves to respond in a healthier way can build newfound confidence.
Confidence feeds motivation. It's true. Once you start responding differently to those cues, you realize how much control you actually have. And I think that's what's so empowering about personalized plans. You're not at the mercy of a strict set of rules.
Exactly. The freedom to tailor your approach leads to genuine lifestyle changes instead of temporary fixes. And even when adjustments are needed, Knowing that you can personalize strategies means your plan can evolve with you over time.
That adaptability is critical, especially as our lives change. Whether it's a new job, a new family member, or just evolving interests. Being adaptable with our health goals allows us to navigate life's unpredictabilities without losing sight of our personal health aspirations.
Exactly, Clasiana. I think sharing these insights today, we've hopefully reinforced the belief that weight loss isn't about rigid diets or deprivation, it's about smart, informed choices and embracing a more nurturing mindset towards ourselves.
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you so much, Alira, for adding your wealth of knowledge and for being part of this dialogue. It's always a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you, Clasiana. The pleasure is mine, and I hope your listeners feel encouraged to take some of these insights and begin experimenting on their own terms.
We hope so too. To everyone out there, keep experimenting and personalizing your journey. We'll be back soon with more conversations and insights. Until next time, take care and keep slanking smartly.